Thank you for joining us tonight for another episode of Hops, Beans, and Leaves. You know, over the last few weeks, we've been testing this out, trying to get used to being on this side of the camera and talking to you guys about different things that we got going on in our professional lives, as well as just trying to have a little bit of fun. With that being said, we've gone over some tobacco products. We've talked about a lot of coffee, a lot of beer, drank a lot of beer. And tonight we're taking a little bit different trip. As you can probably tell, no one on this show has been phallically challenged so far. We all have the nice strong beards. And tonight's guest is the Vice President of the Fredericksburg Beard Coalition, Shannon Sullivan. Shan, man, how's it going?
Always good.
Awesome.
Just how I roll.
So we brought Shannon in tonight to talk a little bit about beards, a little bit about beard care, and just have fun with us. So that being said, welcome to the show.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Good to meet you, man.
Good to meet you guys.
Pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming out tonight.
Most definitely. Thanks for inviting me.
So everyone here's asked you about 14 times, and you can't give us a straight answer. How long have you been growing the beard?
It's kind of hard to say because I've always had some kind of facial hair for probably a dozen years. And just one day, I stopped shaving. And this is kind of where we're at now.
That's kind of where
I mean,
it all started.
It used to be just like this and try to, keep it all groomed nicely. And one day I stopped shaving over here and stopped trimming over here. And here we are now.
I think my wife misses those days. That was the same thing with me.
Alicia,
I love you.
Now tell us a little bit about, I know you and I have had some discussions about the Fredericksburg Beard Coalition, but tell us what it's all about. What is it? Who are you guys? I mean, you're a crazy group of bearded guys. I know that.
Yeah. We're basically a community group that helps out any type of community activity, charities, and different such, basically through our beards. And we're coming up on our 3rd anniversary in June. And at this point, we've raised a little over $20,000 for different types of charities.
Wow. That is awesome.
Kids with cancer, animals, different types of things like that. So it's basically just trying to give back and trying to help, because at some point in all of our lives, somebody, needs a little helping hand every once in a while. And we just kind of do what we can through our, basically our beards, to help out the community. So it's a good brotherhood.
That's awesome. How many people are involved here in Fredericksburg?
It varies because we've got many members. We've got some that come every week to our or every month to our business meetings. Some can't quite get there all the time because of work and different things. So, probably I'd say, 15 or 16 total members. So,
okay.
And
Nice.
we're always looking for more. So, love to have you.
I know I'm going to join.
Absolutely.
So that being said, how do you join? How do you hook up with you guys? What?
Basically, we have 2 meetings a month. We have one, which is our business meeting, which is on Thursday nights at Grapevine Cafe.
Okay.
And then we have a pub night, which is the 4th Friday of every month. And that's at a different bar every month, so we just kind of hang out and drink some beer and stuff like that. But our business meeting, we talk about what we have upcoming for the month. And just basically come to a meeting and see how it goes, and just participate in one of our events. That's basically all it is, and just basically have a passion for helping out your community.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
So
Where are you guys located?
we were based out of Fredericksburg.
Okay.
So
do you just get together and just hang out? You guys got a location?
we have business meetings. We go to Grapevine every Thursday, and then that's when we meet up. That's our technical meeting there.
And that's coming up this Thursday,
Yes.
which will be the day this airs. So.
Exactly, be 7 p.m.
And also, I know that I see these guys at the beer festivals local, usually.
Absolutely.
3 or 4 members.
And we've got beards and beer kind of go together.
And we've got this beard competition coming up.
Yes, so I get to announce, be the first to announce this, but this upcoming.
You heard it here first, guys. Remember that.
Yes, we're announcing our third beard competition, which is going to be August 13th at the Hard Times 4 Mile Fork. And this year's charity, we will be donating to the Michael Mosier for DIGP charity, which basically in the name of Ryan Mott. And Ryan Mott is a little boy that recently passed away from a rare form of brain cancer called DIPG. And his family has a lot of bills, a lot of medical bills. And we want to, give to the foundation so we can help out the Mott family. We've been working with them since last year when he was diagnosed. And it was very, very tough last couple of weeks when he passed. And he was a really brave little boy, and very happy to meet him. So we really want to help the family out. And this year we're going to be joining forces with the Northern Virginia Facial Hair Club. So we're going to do a kind of like a dual competition.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Which doesn't happen very often. Usually it's one beard club puts on a competition, and this year we're kind of joining forces. So it's going to be kind of cool. So definitely you guys should check it out.
We'll be there.
Absolutely.
So we'll be there supporting you guys.
Appreciate that.
Definitely want to know more about it, and we'll bring you on the show on a regular basis. Just remember, August 13th at Hard Times 4 Mile Fork.
4 Mile Fork, 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
And all proceeds from whatever we make, 100% goes to the foundation in Ryan Mott's name. So every entrance fee, because the competitors are charged a registration entrance fee to compete, and we'll have raffle prizes and 50 raffles, and 100% all of that goes to the fund. So if you want to come out and help out a good family and a good charity and help out the community, please come on by.
Absolutely.
That's
great
awesome.
cause, support a great cause, local family. I think it's great.
Yep.
Absolutely, appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
If you are on our Periscope feed, we are trying to get on. If you can see us, thank you. Send us a text or send us an email. We can't get on right now, but I'm hoping you can see us, so I'm hoping you're enjoying the show.
Yeah, I wish we could answer your questions, but unfortunately this thing's just not working. So.
I am going to get onto Facebook, and hopefully we can do it that way.
There you go.
Awesome.
Find another
So
way.
find us, Hops, Beans, and Leafs on Facebook, and send out your questions, message us, whatever. We'll be watching that during the show. So that being said, I want to jump back into a little bit of beard news and just thank you again for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
Great to meet you, brother.
Great to meet you too.
We definitely want to bring you in on a regular basis, have you part of the team.
Certainly.
It's always good to have a couple of good guys around. So,
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
that being said, let's turn our attention now over to Josh with a little bit of beer news. So what do we got tonight, Josh?
We got a special one that you had to have a ticket to get. It's called Enlightened Desba, and it's by Lickinghole Creek. It was this past weekend they did the release. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. I'm going to go over a little bit of history about that style of beer. It's 11.3 ABVs, 78 IBUs, so it's a little hoppier. It's on the hoppier side. It's done in bourbon barrels, and it's aged for 9 months. So it's made with 10 specialty grains. Rich, complex, a lot of chocolate, vanilla, that sort of thing going on. Take a little taste test.
Ooh, yeah, that's.
You know
That's
you got
that's a kick in the face right there.
you got a boozy
That's
beer
a
when that
definite
kid
bite right
Cheers,
there.
man.
Cilantro.
Cheers, brothers.
Yes, sir.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
Man, that's.
But yeah, Lickinghole did a series of 500 tickets. They were sold out in minutes.
Yeah.
And then you took that ticket and you were able to buy some of this. So
Absolutely. Looks like it's even numbered
yeah,
on the back there. So
Oh, we're on.
I'm happy to see we are on.
there's the hearts flying. Look at that.
Dave just let me know. He just sent me a text with a picture of it. So
nice.
thank
cool.
you, Dave.
I did want to go over the history of the Russian Imperial style stout. So it starts with porters. So a lot of the working class would drink porters, and they wanted to send these porters or stout styles to the Russians, and
Drunk.
yeah,
Already, right?
We'll show you.
yeah.
You on themselves. Come on.
Well, the trouble is the journey was 1,000 miles, so they couldn't figure out it would spoil by the time we got to Russia.
I'd be drinking heavily also.
So England, wanting to be good on their promise to get this beer to the Russians, they decided to hop the hell out of it and pump up the ABVs, and it worked. So it traveled 1,000 miles and thus became the Russian Imperial Stout.
That's strong.
Yeah, super boozy.
Yeah.
Could use a little age, I think. It's
Very
very
heavy.
complex.
That's a meal.
It's got a lot of chocolate notes, vanilla notes going on in there.
I
And
can definitely taste the vanilla in there.
Make me sing.
the
All
bourbon.
those notes.
You guys kind of getting that bourbon
Mm-hmm.
thing going on in there?
That's what it was. So I'm not a big whiskey or bourbon Scotch kind of guy, and so when I drink it, it definitely pops out. So when I fresh drank, I was like,
Whoa.
yeah, it took me a little back.
These guys out in Goochland County, though, Lickinghole Creek, they know their stouts, they know their beers. They make some phenomenal stuff out there.
This is week 2 for Lickinghole Creek for us.
I'm a big fan, so.
I mean, and this is another winner. I hate stouts. I'll be the first one to admit it. I don't like stouts. I never have. But this is phenomenal.
I love the history behind beer, so that's why I just had to kind of put that in there. I thought it was interesting. Catherine the Great was actually a big fan of the Russian Imperial Stout, so I thought that was kind of a cool little
Nice little
trivia
tidbit.
thing going
History
on there.
lesson for us today.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So this thing's got 11.3% by volume, alcohol by volume.
It does.
So not quite what we had last week.
Not quite. That was a Belgian quad, so it's a little different style and really usually boozy. So
Good.
So I'm getting a little dry at the back end of that.
it's it's that bourbon coming out. It's that heat because it's still. If you let this age for say 6 months,
Right.
that would probably change. Quite a bit.
Okay.
Another good point to make too is it got a score of 94 from Beer Advocate. That's who we use for to
Okay.
kind of rate our beers. So
Something like Cigar Aficionado then.
yeah, very
Okay.
much so. Very much so.
That's a really, really good beer. So
Good. I'm glad
thanks
you
for
guys are
bringing
enjoying.
that to light.
Absolutely. So check out these Lickinghole guys. Go out to the farm out in Lickinghole in Goochland County.
That name is
Awesome.
catchy.
Yeah.
Lickinghole Creek
Lickinghole Creek.
in Goochland.
In Goochland.
No less.
No less, yeah, right.
Just a wee bit dirty, don't you think?
Just a wee bit.
Just a
Well,
wee
we did have Redneck Wedding last week.
That's
So,
true.
I mean,
Very true.
all right. What do we got cigar wise?
Well, tonight I brought out the AJ Fernandez Enclave this week, and the reason why is we've got our AJ Fernandez event coming up this weekend on the 12th, starting at 5 to 9. We've got some specials running, so if you're a fan or if you haven't had one, now's a good time to try it. The AJ Fernandez New World has been one of our better sellings. The Enclave is a bit spicier, not too heavy, whereas the New World is a little sweeter.
Mhm.
It's a Rosado wrapper with an Ecuadorian binder to it,
Thanks, sir.
or excuse me, a Cameroon binder. And so you're going to get a nice mild spice throughout the entire through the entire cigar, a little bit of cedar. Some of the reviews that I read said hints of cinnamon. My palate hasn't really developed that much, but I know if you like a spicy cigar, the Enclave is a nice complement to that. It's probably, for me, it ranges about a medium. It is rated at a medium full. It's not going to punch you in the face, make you dizzy, turn your stomach. It is going to have that nice spiciness to that.
We got that. We got this for
You
that.
got that covered with that. So I thought it was a nice compliment to last week. I don't know if I would pair the Enclave with the Lickinghole. just because the dryness behind it and the spiciness just doesn't fit for me.
Mhm.
But hey, I'm drinking beer and smoking cigars. I'm not going to complain.
We have a hard job.
Right. I mean,
This
it's
is a
horrible.
really hard job to sit over here and do this for you guys.
Drinking
So
on
just
film.
remember, it's for you that we're doing this.
Mm.
So one of the questions that came up is, what's the cost for this here
So-
at Hogshead?
One thing I like about AJ Fernandez cigars, they keep the price point fairly inexpensive. So you're looking at, for this Robusto, $6 maybe. I don't think
That's not
that,
bad at all.
because I think the Churchill's like $6.70. It doesn't go over $7. The New Worlds run between $6 and $7. So you're not paying a whole lot for a quality stick that probably should run anywhere from $8 to $11, at least in my opinion. So you're getting a value for the stick. Like I said, this weekend, if you've never met John, he's our rep from AJ Fernandez. Great guy, comes out and he's going to be running some
He's coming
specials.
here,
He's
isn't
coming
he?
here Saturday,
Awesome.
running some specials for us. So
What time's that happening?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock Saturday
Very
until 9. We put a time limit on it, but you guys know we hardly ever close on time. So, welcome to come out anytime. We will be having food and drinks.
There will probably be some coffee floating around. Just letting you know, VCR has a tendency to show up to these things because it's an excuse for me to hang out with my people. So,
And I probably can't bring beer, but hey, I might join in as well. So there you go.
But it is a good stick, though. I really enjoy his. And if you haven't tried the Mayimbe, now it's a $12 stick, but it's phenomenal. It is more of a medium to full body with a lot more spice to it. It can kick you in the butt, but it's a great smoke. I mean, everything he really makes.
We did get a question. When is the Hogshead Cigar coffee coming out?
the Hogshead Coffee. Well, you'll be happy to know that the first batch of labels actually got printed this
cool.
afternoon.
Very cool.
We are in the process of just waiting for stock to come in for the roasting, and then they'll be on shelves. If it comes in before the end of the week, it'll be on shelves this Saturday. If not, it's as soon as it hits the warehouse.
Boom.
We're
So
looking forward to that.
back to the beards.
Yeah, back to the beers.
I got a question for you.
Ask
because
away.
for the past 20 years, I've been shaving my face.
Right.
We'll
Stop.
finally let this go.
Just stop.
Enjoy it.
I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. How do I take care of it? I just wash it with soap and water.
That's no good.
Okay.
You actually want to have a specialized shampoo and conditioner for it. You want to do it maybe once or twice a week. You want the conditioner. Shampoo's not as important. I mean, you just want to throw the shampoo on there,
Just
rinse it out.
Okay.
But then the conditioner, you want to look for something that's got some jojoba oil, argan oil, keratin in it.
Okay.
The oils are very, very important, aren't they?
Very, very important.
So that's the
Essential. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to put your conditioner on there, probably leave it on there maybe 3 or 4 minutes, wash it out. But basically, also what's good to use is a beard oil,
Okay.
which is something that you can put on every day, which actually helps moisturize your beard. And it smells really nice. And you just, put a couple drops in your hand, rub it throughout your beard, and, it helps get the tangles out.
Okay.
Keeps it nice and smooth. So basically, invest in a good beard oil. I mean, they run $15 to $20. Many different manufacturers out there.
Anyone that you would recommend, or is it based like on women's hair? You got to find the right conditioner.
Basically, I
Okay.
mean, there are lots.
Everyone has a different
Right.
structure.
And-
How do you feel about leave-in conditioners? Because I kind of do that too, like a leave-in.
Everyone's beard is different.
Right.
So you've got to find out what works for you.
Mhm.
So you do have to kind of test different types of products and things like that. Like a leave-in conditioner could be perfect for your beard,
Right.
but it might not be good for my beard.
Mhm.
So you just have to find your niche. So sometimes it takes a little while.
I will
But,
say, Lindsay at the barber shop, the stash shop down Route 3, she's hooked me up with quite a bit of,
She's
beard-
got some good products.
beard necessities. So.
We have a few members that actually go there a lot, and they enjoy her service and everything like that. So
She uses Suavecito products.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're outside the area, look online, Suavecito. You can find it on Amazon. I know I use Beard Brand.
Yep.
Which is
Absolutely. That's
fairly
one of-
standard. They were on Shark's Tank.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
They're-
So one of your bigger companies out there, kind of in the beard world. So
Awesome
Stogie Love, thanks for joining.
The reason I asked is because, like, for me, for instance, you can see on the sides right here, the longer I let it grow, the curlier it gets down here and starts waving. And I didn't know, obviously, I
I
didn't
would
know
use
my
a conditioner for that.
I didn't know my hair did that, honestly. And then here, it starts to,
yeah, the beard
Curl.
oil will definitely help you out.
okay.
I mean, it'll kind of tame it.
Right.
And,
The beard oil I use actually has hops in it, so it's
There you go.
you know,
Yeah.
the beard's
Same
in my
with
beard
mine.
as well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the best stuff that I've used so far, though, and I need to get more of it, is Stubble and Stash.
Yes.
We were talking about that earlier today.
Absolutely.
Great company. They're actually veteran owned.
Yep.
So,
And
Good evening, Stogie Love.
I did a small beard competition last year in Colonial Beach, which I'm also doing. That's in at Bike Week in October 7th, and they were kind enough to provide some products for the Best in Show winner, and from what I've heard, he really loves that. So
That would be my boy Justin.
Yep.
That helped us out. So
absolutely
Justin, I'm sure you're watching this.
appreciate that.
So help us out, man. Well,
wow, that went fast.
It went quick.
It did.
Other than the technical difficulties, but I tell you, when we first started, I think the highest number I saw, and probably the reason why, and then again, I don't know, but I think I saw 188.
Yep.
Wow.
So we maxed. I think that might have been a problem, but yeah, that's good to know, though.
Absolutely. Definitely keep coming back every week. We will be doing some special events. Make sure you check out our Facebook page. Send it out to your friends. Share it out. Get on our YouTube page. Share it. Subscribe to our feed. We need to get subscribers.
And then before we close,
Before we close,
Apocalypse
let's give some shout outs to people. Apocalypse Furniture.
again, and
Thank
go ahead.
I was going to say thank you to Apocalypse
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
For the beautiful furniture. The stuff is for sale, so we'd hate to see it leave, but it is for sale. So.
Fantastic furniture. Thank you, Dwayne and Wes. Stash Barbershop, Lindsay, you are awesome. Thanks for helping us out, keeping us all well groomed.
Yes.
Thank you and
Absolutely.
the Fredericksburg Beard
Yep,
Coalition for coming
check out our Facebook page, FXBC, Fredericksburg Beard Coalition. I also have a personal Facebook page, Champion's Beard Wisdom.
There you go.
So
Very cool.
There we go.
check that out if you want to, too. So
I will say that on the back of my jacket, most people know me from the Screaming Hand. This guy's actually got a tattoo of the Screaming Hand, so we've got two Screaming Hands in Fredericksburg.
absolutely.
Little Jim Phillips going on.
Also, check out Northern Virginia Facial Hair Club. They're good friends of ours. They're going to be putting the competition on with us. So check out their page as well.
And thank you to Hogshead for hosting us again.
That's what we do, brother.
Good man.
Papa Hops Bottle Shop, always a pleasure.
Come out and see us down Route 2.
I'm Clark with Virginia Commonwealth Roasters, and this is the Hops, Beans, and Leaves podcast.